Well, this is not the look we are going for. 1 second, I'm just not here. Of course you're gonna bark. Why wouldn't you bark? Why wouldn't I be filming and this child be going crazy? Gratuitous boob shot. Hey loves, thanks for stopping by and checking out this video. I am doing a video response to Mr. O, and you can find him on Twitter at TMS with Mr. O, which stands for The Morning Show with Mr. O. He's also here on YouTube, and I will put a link to his video, and you can watch that first if you haven't watched it already. I had mentioned to him that I'd be going on an 18-hour trip, and he randomly asked me, or asked everybody to ask him a question. So I said, what do you do to kill time on an 18-hour flight? Now, he had a couple things, a couple suggestions, and first of all, he asked me if I was a spy. We'll just skip over that one. You know, you get a song in your head and you just can't get rid of it? Well, that's where I'm at right now. One of his first suggestions was bringing a book. Now, I'm an avid reader, as most people know. I love to read and I love to write. But anyways, If I Stay, and it is written by Gail Foreman. And I started reading this, and I actually quite like it. With all the hectic things that have been happening in my life, though, I've only gotten to page 11. So maybe I'll be able to read this entire book on this trip. And to top it all off, I also got the second book. So I got 2 books I can read on that flight. Then he mentioned about cough masks. Now, we had met on Twitter and we had just started tweeting each other, and so I'm not sure if he's really familiar, but I am a huge germaphobe. So, oh hell yeah, I'll be bringing some kind of a mask over my face, because there's no way in hell I am gonna get off of my country's land and get on an airplane that's gonna take me across to the other side of the world without some kind of hazmat-esque attire. So that's that. Then he said Audible books. I'm a huge audiobook fan, so I have quite a few loaded on there, so I'll definitely be bringing these. Now, as far as power drinks, or the drinks that, powdered drinks, I have actually purchased a Crystal Light, and it comes in a little skinny package, and you get any kind of water bottle and you put them in there. So that was actually a really, really good tip. So thank you very much, because I definitely like to snack and to have something to drink, and I know the whole liquid thing is an issue. So yeah, that definitely did help me. So he had mentioned be prepared for my flying buddy. Now, I have traveled to the States a few times, and I have been very, very, very lucky that I haven't had the real chatty ones, you know, that sit down beside you and start telling me about their life or whatever. I have pre-booked and reserved the window seat usually when I fly, because I love the window seat. I don't want to be bothered, and it's great to do, like, you know, have a nice little pillow or headrest. But I've been very lucky. The people have been quiet, and I know why, because I am very prepared for that. You would not believe the power of sunglasses. You put these suckers on, nobody's gonna bother you, nobody's gonna talk to you. Even the flight attendant, you know, would be very quiet when talking to me. I just keep my sunglasses on. Nobody wants to talk to you. They look at you, but they think twice. So I'm gonna give that tip back to you. Sunglasses, for sure. Now, as far as sleeping, I love to sleep. Most people know that I am an insomniac. I stay up quite late during the night, and I try to get as much sleep as I can, but you know, some things happen. I have children, so sometimes it's a lot easier for me to just do all the work that I need to do in quiet and peace when they're all sleeping and the whole house is quiet. So I think I kind of got myself into a routine where I just stay up late, and that's what I do. I just stay up late and I work on my writing and I work on some things and watch YouTube or Netflix and all that kind of jazz. Well, I know when I've traveled, going on vacation and whatnot, the best time to sleep was on the plane. I will definitely give you that. I have debated on bringing a sleep mask, but I have like a little bit of a paranoia where I'm afraid that if I put a sleep mask on, somebody's gonna like startle me or something, and I don't like to be startled. So yeah. So I think that the sunglasses would do a dual job on making sure that I stay sleeping. You mentioned checking my bag constantly. Now, and I am a little bit of OCD too, and I do that. I look in my bag and stuff, and I check to make sure it's still by my feet. You know, sometimes I'll wake up in the, you know, in the middle of my little snoozes, and I'll like check by my feet, make sure everything's in my bag, make sure buddy next door didn't try to go into my bag. I'm paranoid that way, so yeah, that would be a great distraction. Because I know being on a plane gets really, really dry, I kind of mask the whole OCD thing by gobbing on lip gloss or chapstick or something like that, just to keep my lips, you know, moisturized from all the dryness in the air. I do have the air thing on. Now, I was so paranoid to use those things, and my last trip I was using it just because I'm extremely claustrophobic. So being on a plane, I like to just kind of sleep through it and just wake up when we're ready to land. Well, not the last trip, but coming back from Chicago, it was a little bit much because all I could hear was, you know, somebody was coughing, then a baby was crying, and then another person was coughing, and then this girl that was like maybe about 4 seats away from me, she started throwing up. And I was like, oh my god, I thought it was the end of the world. I thought I was gonna die on that flight, for real. I thought some kind of airborne disease was gonna enter into my lungs at that point, and I didn't want to cry. Now, chewing gum. Yes, I definitely, absolutely bring chewing gum every time. I chew it before, I chew it after. I guess it's more like an anxiety thing too, like it helps me relieve stress, and it helps me kind of calm myself if I do have it. So luckily, I am a Costco member, and I bought a whole shitload of gum. This is my favorite gum, and if you didn't know, now you know. It's Bubble Mint by Excel, and it's really amazing. So if you like bubblegum, the bubblegum taste, and you want that bit of freshness, yeah, I'd go with this one, Bubble Mint. Now, comfy clothes. I am not a fan of wearing pajamas on the flight. For an 18-hour flight though, I might consider bringing some pajama bottoms or some kind of comfy bottoms. I know it gets cold on the plane sometimes, so I definitely would bring something like that. Going on the plane though, what's awesome about being a woman is that we can wear yoga pants or tights or those kinds of pants, and it's gravy. It's just awesome because we can sit there and we can chill out and we can relax, and it's comfy, cozy. I'm a fan of some like jogging pants type outfits. I got an outfit from Victoria's Secret. For all those girls out there, Victoria's Secret jogging pants are so comfortable. So yeah, I don't have a problem in that department, but I'll definitely bring an extra pair of PJs just in case I need to get extra comfy, or you know, even just you want to freshen up, you know what I'm saying? So I'll definitely be doing that. And you mentioned fat feet. What? I don't want... Fat feet are not cute. I have to think about that one. What the hell shoes would I wear? You've just created another dilemma. Funny thing is that you mentioned the Malaysian Air flight. Now, unfortunately, I will be traveling. Well, it's a 50-50 chance that I'll be traveling to the Philippines. So that is in the Asia Airways. Yes, I saw the news and that kind of freaked me out because I don't want to die and I don't want to end up in the ocean and I'm just not prepared. So we're just going to gloss over that and we're just going to pretend that that never happened and that I'm going to have a really, really awesome pilot, like the best one there is, and that I'll make it safe. And then you reiterated sleep. Well, you know what, if I can sleep, I will sleep, and I will sleep deeply. I'll probably, yeah, I'll more than likely sleep. Especially if I'm listening to my headphones or listening to my audiobooks and stuff like that. They're always great. I always found listening to music, some of my favorite tunes, through my headphones was also just probably the best thing ever. You know, like it calms me, it makes you think. One thing I do like too about being by the window, you can look out and everything is blue sky and sunny, so I really like that aspect. And then you listen to your nice tunes, it's like heaven. Thank you for the tips, and I hope that I've shared my little tips and tricks of traveling with whoever is going to be traveling as well. I think that I will be prepared for this trip. I am going to put all your tips to good use. Hey, ma'am. Now I'm ready.